Are you ready? Okay, get your booby. Hey everyone, it's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria with a highly requested video. You guys wanted to see a longer breastfeeding session, so here it is. I'm not really sure how long this video is going to be because Violet really doesn't nurse that long anymore. She'll nurse here and there when she's tired or getting ready, you know, for a nap or just wants to relax. But I thought I'd take some time to talk about breastfeeding since I've been doing it for so long. And yeah, for me, it's just kind of like second nature now, even though with an older child nursing, I am kind of more aware of being in public and nursing and stuff, even though I usually just let her nurse whenever she wants it. And I've never had anybody comment or say anything rude. And usually, you know, I'm not too covered up whenever I am nursing, but that is a personal, you know, choice. It's, I don't know, I guess I just stopped really, all my clothes kind of are nursing accessible, so that's all that really matters. But anyways, I actually had a really good question from a family member not too long ago about whether I, you know, make like too much milk or not enough milk, and I feel like breastfeeding, as you get like more into extended breastfeeding where you're nursing an older child, it's a very regulated process. Hello. And my milk supply now, I don't wake up in the morning and I'm engorged, I don't leak, I don't overproduce, I don't underproduce. I feel like I produce enough for her and that's about it. I actually tried to pump for a friend who needed milk, and I wasn't really able to get too much out just because my body is so regulated with her needs. To make extra, I feel like I'd have to be pumping regularly for a while, which I just don't have time for, unfortunately. I feel like you are most able to pump a lot extra at the beginning of a nursing cycle with a child, right after you've had a child. So yeah, at least that's what I've been told. I never really got into pumping. My kids wouldn't take a bottle, so I did it a few times and then just kind of hung it up because it is, you know, requiring of time. And I just didn't really, I never really was able to pull too much out because the way that a pump works and the way that a child's mouth works are two extremely different processes, and the mouth is much more efficient at extracting the milk. So yeah, I guess another question would be about teeth. Have you ever been bit? Yes. And you just kind of let them know. Sometimes it's really hurt, and I'll squeeze her cheeks, and that helps to release the suction. Sometimes she'll fall asleep on me and kind of, you know, she won't be conscious anymore and her teeth will come down, and then I'll just have to squeeze her cheeks, and that helps the mouth to release from the nipple quite painlessly for both of us. Foods that are really good for keeping up milk supply are all carbohydrate based, is what I eat, a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet. And I found that the addition of cane sugar to my diet, to my smoothies, having sugary snacks, lots of carbs, white rice, potatoes, lots and lots of fruit, dates, bananas, those are my top breastfeeding foods. Sweet potatoes and oats are actually good options too, but it's those carbohydrates combined with water that really helps to build milk supply. Milk is mostly carbs and water, sugar and water. If you've ever tasted it, it's like a creamy, sweet milk is what breast milk tastes like, but with like a thinner consistency. Yeah, so there is a little bit of fat and protein in it, but the sugar content is much higher. You want the other one? Okay, yes, and Violet's dressed as Elsa today, and she did her own makeup. For those of you wondering, Violet is, are you ready? Mm-hmm. Violet is, come on. There we go. Violet is 2.5, a little over 2.5. Lily's gonna be 5 soon. Her birthday's coming up at the end of the month. You're so funny. Can you tell everybody why you're wearing a mask?
Because.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Yeah. So Lily nursed until she was about 4. So she turned 4 and I pretty much cut her off after that. I think it took a month or so, but I really weaned her down and just said, no, we're not gonna do this anymore. And yeah, it was time. I say a 3.5 is like the average nursing cycle for anyone who's like third world country or like primates. So the longer you can nurse your child, the better. It's actually, I've talked about it being protective against all kinds of infectious diseases and things like that. So good for mom, good for baby. Are you having fun down there? And then you can tandem nurse. I did tandem nurse both of them when Violet was born. I was still nursing Lily. She was about Violet's age when Violet was born. So we did the tandem nursing. With tandem nursing, you can do it, and you can also nurse during your pregnancy. So I nursed throughout my whole pregnancy. The first trimester I had milk, second trimester I had no milk, and she just dry nursed, and then the third trimester my colostrum came in, and that's what Lily was having, and then that was ready for Violet when she was born, and then my milk came in a lot sooner with Violet than it did for Lily. Lily was like a few days, and I think Violet's milk was in about 24 hours after she was born. With nursing, Violet was a C-section baby, and she actually lost about 1 pound in the hospital. And something that people don't realize with C-sections is that a baby is full of fluid because they're in the amniotic sac, and then when they get squeezed out through the vagina, they get that water pushed out of them, that fluid pushed out. And when you have a C-section, the baby is full of that fluid still, so they naturally pee it out after they're born. So tandem nursing, yeah, it was great. They just recommend feeding the baby first and then the other child, and you have 2 boobs, so you know, it worked out. I would nurse them both at the same time sometimes. I don't know if I have any video footage of that, maybe in my, saved in my archives, but yeah, I'll probably nurse Violet. I seems to be, I get them to about 3, and then I really start weaning them down, and it's gonna go based on her own desire for it at that point too. But my kids have always really wanted the milk, so I think there's, you know, the nutrition aspect involved, but also the connection with mom and the relaxation, and yeah, it's just all around good. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys like this video. Stay tuned for more. Leave a comment down below of what else you'd like to see from me. If you like this video, if you want to know more about breastfeeding, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.